Hi, my name is Kalista Weiss. I'm in your American Literature class, and this is my oral component. I'll be reading it off of a paper that I wrote. I'll also attach that in the assignments option just in case you have trouble hearing me write, talk, or anything. So here it goes. Sarah Willis Partridge, also known as Fanny Fern, was born in Portland, Maine on July 9, 1811. She became a newspaper columnist and novelist and was among the nation's best paid and most famous authors under the name of Fanny Fern. Throughout her writing, she explores the difficulties concerning issues as gender inequalities in marriage, divorce, prison reform, women's suffrage, and the struggles of the poor. In her work, she portrayed a lot of the industry and self-reliance of women's lives. She illustrates the specific autobiographical context with challenges that were faced by aspiring women writers who were also wives and mothers. In 1849, she remarried her father's friend, Samuel P. Farrington, probably due to economic needs. In her book Rose Clark, which is also a book wrote about her life, the character John Stahl could be portrayed as Barrington. Uh, um, the character John Stahl was found to be jealous, oppressive, and repulsive, which could have been the illustration of Farrington. After she left him, Farrington spread rumors about her misbehavior, refused to offer financial support, and in 1853 got a legal divorce in Chicago. Continuing her low-paying job at the Olive Branch, she developed as a writer and adopted the name of Fanny Fern. She became the talk of the literary world and a genuine celebrity who was also able to negotiate. I have three quotes that from other critics. The first two are negative ones, and the last two are and the last one is a positive outlook on Fanny Fern. The first one, William Moulton, the editor of Boston Tree Flag, The Life and Beauties of Fanny Fern, reveals her true identity and describes her as a shrewd, self-serving opportunist, rather than a hardworking widow who is the main character in her autobiographical novel. The second one, Nathan L. Hawthorne described Fanny Fern as writing as if the devil was inside of her. And the last one, which is a positive outlook, the Scholarly Democrat described the novel as a real heart book, a household book. The review of the New York Tribune is perhaps the closest to recent reviews when it notes the novel, flashes of gayest humor, alternate with bursts of deep pathos. And then the quoted passage I chose was on page 1795. Think of carrying 8 or 9 children through the measles and chickenpox and rash mumps and scarlet fever, some of them twice over. It makes my head ache to think of it. Oh, you may skimp and save, twist and turn, and dig and delve, and economize and die. And your husband will marry again and take what you have saved to dress his second wife with, and she'll take your portrait for a fireboard. I chose this quote because she has a very fascinating way to describe her emotions and feelings towards men. After learning her experience with Farrington, it shows a little bit how hurt and betrayed she felt when he started spreading rumors about her and the way he had hurt her. She expresses how he will take what you have saved to dress and to give a second wife, meaning that he will leave you without anything to own and have nothing to your name. I feel like this section of her writing was directed to Farrington because of the ridicule he gave her, and this was a perfect way to let her emotions flow through her writing. Fanny Fern has, I think, a way of showing her emotions towards men, as in Hungry Husbands. She believes that the way to a man's heart is through his palate, although I believe that's not the way through a man's heart. Then again, society is different between her era and today's generation. Her writing can show the way women felt back then because they were considered less equal than men and considered to be more of a housewife type, having to clean all the time, cook, and have dinner ready when the husband comes home. Today's generation, there's a lot of women working and also being a father figure to her children. So I think generation and society during that time has a lot of her influence too. That's my oral component. Thanks.